showtime!
It's your boss, International Zoe. I just want to chop it up and say a few things that I've been thinking. I've been here in Thailand for over 30 days, and I've been other places for over 30 days. I've been in Brazil, I've been in Colombia, parts of Africa. 2 weeks to 30 days is my stay, mostly anywhere I go. As y'all know, I was planning on doing Thailand, Colombia, and Brazil, and splitting my time mainly for 2024 between the three countries. Maybe I'll get another country on my list, 1 or 2 additional countries as the year goes on, but my main objective was to find places to reside in these countries and explore them a little more and see what it's like to kind of live there part-time. I'll say one thing I've seen it, and the other day I got a chance to meet Junee's mother and her twin brother. She has a twin brother. I didn't really want to film it because I've sort of seen other YouTubers do that. But what I will say is that it's one of the few places you actually get to see foreigners meeting women's in these other countries' parents. Her mother wanted to meet me. Of course, they'll call to speak to their mother while they're with you and maybe introduce you to their mother over the phone, but her mother was interested in meeting me, I guess, and getting a feel for me, who her daughter was hanging out with so much. That has never happened in any other country that I dealt with a woman, for some time. Although, for the most part, you don't see me deal with a woman for long periods of time, but there's definitely been times in different places that I spent more than a month, mainly with a woman. And never the topic of meeting their parents never even came up. So that's one big difference I see with Thai women or Thai people than other places. I also see, when I speak to Thai women, dealing with them, they're more interested in, a lot of them are interested in you helping them do a business. Whereas I think women, and what I've seen of women in other places, is that they're interested in you taking care of them, but they're not interested in working, so much in working or starting or running or owning their own business. And I've heard, since the first time I was here in Thailand, I was talking with a girl. More than one of them said, I'll be your girl. I'll do whatever you want me to do. That's helped me open a business so I can take care of myself and I can take care of my family. Whereas I get more of the, are you going to help me out and send me money and just take care of me, from women like in Colombia. Maybe not so much in Brazil, but that's another big difference that I see in the women. Brazil, I'm seeing more of a mind state similar to the West, similar to America, where the women want to be independent and they want to, they got this feminist movement growing over there. And I see more copycat of American culture in South America than in Southeast Asia. Even when going on a date with Colombian women, I don't know. Just some of my observations when people are thinking about where to go, where they might want to retire, where they might want to, pursue a woman, find a woman if that's your goal. That's not my goal, but of course I'm open to it, letting things happen. But let's just say with Pinky, she was down to cook and clean. and treat me well, but she definitely would like to be taken care of. And I think more of like to be taken care of and not have to work type of taken care of, So also in Thailand, I was able to accomplish my retirement visa, in 30 days. The options to do it in other places like Colombia, for instance, it's more difficult if you're an entrepreneur. If you worked a job, I guess like where they could show retirement and show your pension, you can get a pension letter, then you can get your cedula in Colombia that way. I'm not sure the route in Brazil, but I was able to get a multi-entry visa, and I just have to report if I'm there for more than 90 days. And I can come in and out the country as much as I want. Now, there's a tax thing coming up that I'm not too sure of, but we'll see how that plays out. But the visa for the student visa that I'm getting for Brazil is going to run me about a little over $3,000. A long process. Yes, I'm using a company to do the work. A lot of red tape with the birth certificate, with the apostled birth certificate, and you also have to get a criminal background, fingerprints, and a FBI criminal background check. There's a lot of paperwork, and then it's only good for 1 year, the student visa, and you get to renew it after that. You do get school with this including the school. And now, the Nomad visa is not as expensive as with a company that I get paid already. It's just that you got to be still for 30 days, and I haven't been still in Colombia for 30 days yet. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. Although Thailand is far away, it's more favorable and less headaches. I was able to find the cheapest rent here as well. And it has just as good weather as any of those other places. So just some things that I'm observing, some things I'm sharing with you guys that are watching my channel. And as you enjoy this beach, this is it went from Dantang, I believe, then to Jamtien. Like most beaches, it's the same water, depending on if you're on the north or the south side, what the name might change as you go up and down the water or the beach. Let's talk beauty. That's a big thing for most of you guys. Who's prettier? Who's sexier? Who's better, per se? Let's start with personalities. I think for the most part, the personalities of the women in Southeast Asia, particularly Thailand, they are better. It's more agreeability, I don't know if that's a word. They're way more agreeable. They're less combative. They're not, I don't think fighting, arguing, although it does happen, it's just not big here. There's certain thing you call saving face. Like you don't embarrass people in the street here. It's bad. But I've found personalities and attitudes similar to American women in Brazil on more than one occasion. So, in Colombia, they get a little funky there too. They could be funky there too, but not as bad. I think personality-wise and attitude-wise, I think Brazil is at the bottom. Brazil is at the bottom when it comes to having attitudes and being funky similar to American women. Brazil is at the bottom. Then Colombia, then Thailand, in my opinion. beauty standards, I mean, my preference, I would put Brazil at the top. In my opinion, Brazil has the most variety of beauty than the other two places. You can literally get everything from the bottom to the top of the scale, total poll of whether you prefer light and white, whether you prefer dark and chocolate, whether you prefer slim, thick, sexy, BBLs, is that what they call them? Brazil has everything. Hair textures, if you prefer straight, Indian straight, curly, afro, curly, everything. Complexions, everything. Facial features, more variety in Brazil. Brazil, to me, has the most beauty, the most variety in beauty. They win there. And then I would say Colombia, and then Thailand. And that's also including bodies. There is some plastic surgery in Brazil, but nowhere near as much as in Colombia. Way more natural bodies, more natural hair. There's not a lot of fake noses. There's not a lot of fake lips. There might be some fake butts, but not a lot in Brazil. There might be some fake breasts, but not a lot. You know, I think you would find more fake breasts than butts. Colombia tops the charts with plastic surgery. Noses, teeth, cheeks. I don't know if they do the cheeks, but breast, butts, you name it. It's commonplace in Colombia. Not something that I prefer. Lots of attractive women in Colombia. Beautiful women. They have some of the most beautiful women. But I would still give Brazil the edge because they have that beauty, but they also have more variety, in my opinion, more variety in beauty. Thailand has beauty too, but they don't have, in my opinion, an abundance of that beauty. They have beautiful women. They have women that could stand right next to a beautiful woman from Colombia. And you know, beauty is beauty. But I don't think they have the abundance of it and body preferences that a black man from America might prefer, even though we all like different things, but I'm saying on average. But I'll have to give them an extra point on agreeability and personality and willing to work with you. I think they're less materialistic, although there are definitely women here who want to be taken care of as well. They're more willing to learn. They're more willing to listen to their man. They're more willing to let their man guide them. I think they're still more rooted in their traditions. Is there some outside influence? Yeah, with some of them. But I would say that now. Some people say sexual performance. I think Brazil is on top because I think it's just a more sexual culture. They're more open. They love to kiss and kiss hard and kiss long. And whereas in Thailand, I think the women don't kiss a lot. Some of them don't even really know how to kiss. They're not used to kissing when they see someone and kissing. Like when you get up in the morning, you leave and you kiss your girlfriend or your husband or wife. You kiss them, bye. They don't really do that in Thailand. That's not the culture. And I've noticed that some of them don't really know how to use their lips they're not passionate here. I don't think that's a big thing here passion, and definitely not public affection. It's not big here. So there's a little gray area there where you might have to do some teaching. But I think, you could find great sex anywhere. That's a two-way thing, chemistry, and so on and so forth. Yeah, I can't judge that. I've had wonderful experiences in both places, but I would have to give Brazil the edge on that too. What else would one might think of? Family. There's a big family culture in Colombia, and I think more so than in Brazil. And I would say it's also a big family culture in Thailand, but it's more dynamic of the grandparents raise the children, the grandparents raise their grandchildren, and the sons and daughters work to take care of their parents, because there's not a retirement thing here. There's no pensions here. And it's, from what I hear, it's their obligation to take care of their parents in their older years. And I hear that a lot. Like, I don't know if it's an excuse or what, but I hear that a lot, that I have to send money to my mother, I have to send money to my parents. And one girl literally told me that all the siblings are responsible for sending money to take care of their parents. And I've seen that in other cultures too, where the grandparents raise the children and their children work and take care of everybody. So, just some more observations.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?